we're back, and this is so cool. I am introducing you to Brian Sather. Now, you're going to like this guy because Brian's probably going to make you the next millionaire. Now, the cool thing about Brian is he is the CEO of Blacksmith International. Now, you came here from California, what, about 3
years.
3 years ago?
Yeah.
Now, what made you think, okay, Utah's fertile ground? We are, but what made you think that?
When I was in California, I realized I'm a product person. So product people, we're fascinated by everything product, outdoors product, baby product, all the cool Kickstarter and everything that's all happening here. There's more Kickstarter programs here. There are more Shark Tank companies here than anywhere else.
See how
it's the best
smart we
place
are.
to be.
You just enhanced all of our self-esteem, so I thank you for that.
Yeah, good job, Utah.
Well, it's interesting because you're absolutely right. And when you talk to people here who do have a brilliant idea, but the concept of where you go from there and developing a business plan and marketing and how you would even get everything together, this is the part where it stalls 99% of the people. Mm-hmm. And this is actually where you basically step in and go, okay, tell me what you're thinking.
Absolutely.
So how does it go from there?
Well, first to step back, there's this huge gap, and I think you were alluding to it, but there's this huge gap between having an idea and going to market. It's like a black hole, right? Everybody has an idea. Very few people make it happen. So what we've done is we've said, how can we remove all these barriers? So we sat down, and this is literally sat down with a whiteboard, and we're like, what are the issues? How do we solve them? And I think we've done that probably better than anybody in the industry. So we're breaking it down, saying, what are the steps that need to happen? How can we get somebody there without breaking the bank? Mm-hmm. I mean, most of the time you go to hire a design firm, and they're going to ask you to write a check for 50, 60 grand. Well, that's all the money you had.
Yeah, exactly.
And people write the checks, and then they're done. Their project is done. So we realized that as a company, what we're interested in is getting people to that point where they're receiving product. And everything else that happens in there, we have to do that as cheap, as fast, and as efficiently as possible. And that's what we've done. I mean, way better than what I've seen elsewhere in the industry.
Yeah, I can't even imagine being, that person with the idea, and then you rip open that first box that's got your stuff in it and go, oh my God, this is so much cooler than I thought. I mean, that must be so much fun for you to watch too. Because it's like part of you're happy, and part of you is like, I am a genius. I mean, right? I mean,
well, and part of me is thinking, man, we spent a lot of money to make that happen. It better work out. We have a full-time, huge team in China. We have a huge team in India. These are the guys that make it happen. But when somebody gets that product and it's right, it's what it was supposed to be, and then you see them selling. It's fantastic. It really is a game changer.
That's so much fun. Now, you guys actually had a seminar at NOAA's, I think it was about, 4 or 5 months ago?
Yeah, September.
And you got slammed with a bunch of people who are like, I totally want to do this. I'm a business owner. I could do this. Now, you call it Product PowerUp. Are you going to do it again?
Oh, 100%. Without a doubt.
What's your evil vision? When is it?
September. We'll do it again in September, September 20th at Southtown. It's going to be a lot bigger than it was this year. What we did wrong in this last one is that
I thought it was pretty good.
That was fantastic. But what we did wrong was we thought, we've got to keep the venue small because we're not sure what the response is going to be. And by about, I think it started at 9, by about 9:15, I was out and I was looking at the parking lot. And it was literally cars as far as you could see. The dealerships, the car dealerships next door, their lots were full.
That's hysterical. You're going fire code issues.
They're parking behind the new cars, whatever they could. And I think we had some video. It's crazy.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually catch that if you want to see some of the snippets from that on GetPartDaily.com because it really was inspiring. So when you're going through Product PowerUp, you basically just say, is it kind of what we're talking about here, where you're going, so you got the ideas, now here's where we go, and you start going through steps and ideas, or brain power? What do you do?
What we did, brain power. It's a gathering of brain power. It is a place where everybody product gets together at one time. So we had great speakers, some of the most successful product companies in Utah, Cotopaxi, Rags to Riches, Harmon Brothers, who do the brilliant commercials for product.
Oh, yeah.
Stance, stance socks. So these people were talking about how they did it, how they made it work, and that was really cool. But then we also had panels that were stacked with a who's who of product experts. So we had people from the financing world. How do you get money to do it?
That's one of the single biggest issues, yeah.
It is massive, yeah. And people from the design world. How do you get a really good designer who can design your product so it can actually be manufactured? People from the manufacturing world, everything. So if you went to that conference, and we had people say this afterwards, it was so great to see a conference focused on product, not tech, not entrepreneurship.
There's a lot on tech and entrepreneurship,
Yeah.
You're right. Well, the thing that I noticed, at least I talked to a couple of my friends who attended, they were really shocked, number one, about how, because there were some people that you could consider competing, and they said everybody was really generous about offering support and advice, and they said, they're both from out of state, and they said, I've never seen that anywhere else before. They said everywhere else you market, you're like this, and you're not going to tell anyone anything, and you're not going to share, and it's, like a prisoner eating dinner down the point of the mountain. They said everybody was totally giving up ideas and suggestions and trying to brainstorm. And that's an environment that really comes, I think, from you guys, because you have to establish that kind of scene of this is what we're all going to do together.
I first of all, I'm really happy to hear that. That's great that people are saying that. But I'll tell you, I came here from Silicon Valley, where it is exactly like you just talked about. Is everybody keeping everything tight to the vest? And
it's all mine. I'm going to kill you.
Yeah. Don't talk too loud. And at Product PowerUp, and that's when we started this. That was one of the intentions, was to say it doesn't matter. I invite my competition from Blacksmith. This is Product PowerUp. This is not Blacksmith. So I invite my competition. Come, take part. If you have an idea, bring it. If you want to network with people, get there.
All right, before we go, tell me, what are you seeing right now that's really, that really seems to be hot? Are there certain products that you're seeing that are really on fire in the market?
Yeah, there are. So first of all, product is so broad. That's a tough one.
I know,
because there's
right?
always something going on in 20 different categories. But what we saw the past few years were baby products.
We have a lot of those here in Utah.
We do, yeah.
We have a plethora.
Yeah, exactly. And so those cuddly soft blankets that you give away as gifts when somebody has, we manufacture tons of those. We do clothing, we do bows, we do everything. But those were very hot and continue to be. But outdoor is massive.
This is a big one
now.
for the state, really.
Yeah, it's huge.
What's the coolest new widget you've seen? Coolest new product?
I just got my Nomadic bag. Have you heard of the Nomadic bag?
No.
Yeah, if you go to Nomadic, it's Nomatic, nomadic.com, and these guys just do cool bags on Kickstarter. And so it's, how often are you going to get two, or I don't know, a couple of guys in a room, for a month, trying to figure out what would be the coolest bag we could produce? And that's what they did. And so you've got this great travel bag. I took it to China last month. It was
There's
fantastic.
the acid test, right?
Yeah, on the road. I think I stuffed it a little too much because it was it was literally about 50 pounds of backpack, but it worked.
Well, like I said, you gave it the acid road test.
Yeah, I love that thing.
All right, now, so we're a few months away from September, but given what we saw with, the attendance at the last one, it's probably a good idea to get online right now and take a look at PowerUp, Product PowerUp. Where do they go in order to sign up for the seminar and get some of the emails so they know who's coming?
Cool. Yeah, you can go to productpowerup.com.
Okay.
I really encourage people to leave that email because as we start to get speakers planned, panelists planned, you'll get to see what's happening, and plus you'll know as soon as we start selling tickets, which we're not at the moment, you'll get the very lowest price. What happened last year was we literally got to the week before and everything's full price, but nobody had, we did the early bird specials and all that.
Sure, yeah.
But it was full price, and so many people hadn't registered. There was this flood of people, and we're like, you could have been here 1 week earlier and paid half, but hey, And it was absolutely capacity.
Well, it's an investment. It's probably the biggest investment you're going to make, so it's worth it. But yeah, so if you want the early bird, it's productpowerup.com.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, and there's also some really cool videos to show. You can see what we did last year.
Oh, fun.
What the venue looked like, some of the speakers, all of that.
All right. So see, we have smart monkeys in the state, and they're willing to make us, well, not me, sadly, but you, a millionaire. So make sure you go by. It's productpowerup.com. And so next week, anyone new you want to bring in? Because it is now Product Power Up Tuesday. We're under some pressure here. We have like a slogan now, Brian.
Yeah.
A slogan.
I know, so we've got to live up to it. It's very important. And I'm going to do my part. I am. So I think we had Jana Francis from Steels in last week.
Yes. Oh, that was so fun.
She was great.
I love her.
She's so smart. She's really fantastic to talk to, and just so much knowledge about product. I think that we have Rachel Nielsen from Regs, the baby clothing company, coming in. Hopefully we do end up with Jacob from Pneumatic coming in. And I don't remember the rest of the lineup, but we'll post that as soon as we know. I think that the marketing team will probably know better than me.
Okay, we have a slogan.
We're excited.
We have a seminar. We have awesome. So this is going to be good. Thank you so much. You were amazing. This is going to be fun.
Can we do one thing before I leave?
Yes, of course.
So one of the things that I wanted to do as part of this radio spot is do a quick giveaway. And we've never done one before. Ever.
Brian, this is a pretty big giveaway.
It is. So Blacksmith,
wow.
We manufacture all kinds of consumer goods. And typically when people come to us, that is... it's not free. You got to come in the door. If you wanted this team of experts to take your product from idea or take your design to manufacture, whatever it is, you have to sit down with a team of designers, of manufacturing experts, logistics, and we go through a pretty extensive process.
And that's usually about $50,000.
Yeah, well, for us, we've said we're going to break it up. So about $1,000 to get started if you haven't done any planning at all.
So this is basically, I have a really great idea, so what do I do now?
Yeah.
Okay. So and you also have a second stage. I like that one. It's called Design It. But you also have the Nail It stage, which is where you're pretty much right there. You kind of know what you want. You got the vision, but now you're like, how do I get it
Well, you've got drawings.
And,
you've had a designer sit down and take your napkin sketch and put it into an actual CAD file. And somebody's looked at it and said, yeah, it can be manufactured. You've got that. Then we move to getting it sourced. And so that second stage is us finding a manufacturer who can do it, somebody who's been audited and is legit. And
always a big plus.
Yeah, exactly.
There's lots of those.
And just make sure you can actually get it. So when you do open that box, like we talked about earlier, it's the product that you asked for, not the product that just showed up that you can't sell.
And
so that's the second
I'm sure
stage.
You've seen those stories too.
Lots of them. Yeah.
All right, so whether you're in stage 1 or you're in stage 2, he's giving away a $995 package, which is freaking unbelievable. What we're going to do is I'm going to put this up on a separate post on Facebook so you can see it there. You can also go to getpartdaily.com, Todd and Erin page. You don't have to even say the idea. Just give us 1 or 2 code words, and that enters you into the drawing, because this literally is the most spectacular opportunity. You have to get started. That's really nice.
Well, hopefully we can get somebody out there going.
This is going to be fun. All right, so you coming back soon?
I feel have me.
Yeah, that'd be great, because getting up at 5:30 in the morning is my first.
I love it. I come from Park City, but I have snow tires because I live in Park City.
At least you're thinking. That's good. All right, so we'll be right back in just a couple of minutes.